Okay. So, good morning to all once again. So, yesterday I discussed about one of the classifier, logistic regression. So, in that classifier, you have saw that you can classify the data points or object in the data set into different classes. Now, today we will discuss about the two more classifiers, which are k nearest neighbor and naive Bayes classifier. So in this presentation, we will cover the k nearest neighbor, naive Bayes. Then we will conclude the presentation. Now, as you know, we can categorize this machine learning algorithm broadly into the two way: supervised machine learning and unsupervised machine learning. In unsupervised machine learning, we don't have any class information, means data point don't have any class label. But in the supervised machine learning, the training data set, we have the label, and we accordingly, based on this training data set, we will train the model, and then for data point, it will classify into the respective class. So regression, yesterday we discussed a little bit about that. If we to predict the continuous, so in that you have to apply the regression. If you want to predict value, for example, whether the student will pass or not, whether the leader will win or not, so in that case you have to use the classifier. So now let us start with this k nearest neighbor algorithm. The k nearest neighbor algorithm is simple and easy to implement supervised machine learning algorithm. So now how this k means algorithm works. So let us discuss this particular algorithm. This simple algorithm. Today logistic regression was also very simple, but I think k nearest neighbor is very simpler. So let us start this algorithm. So step 1, first of all, we use the value of k. K means number of nearest neighbor. So as in the algorithm, it is mentioned, the name shows that the k means number of neighbors you have to decide in the beginning. So how you will decide? It's on your problem, or based on the hit and trial method, you can decide the number of k, means number of neighbors. Then based on, whenever the new data points will come to classify, then we will calculate the Euclidean distance. Here I am considering one of the distance measure, which is the Euclidean distance. So you have to calculate the distance measure to the each and every data point in the. So second, this one. Then in the third step, you have to take the k nearest neighbor as per calculated Euclidean distance. So suppose you have 10 data points data, and you have taken k equal to 3, then in that case you have to take only 3 nearest neighbor. So then in the fourth point, these 3 k nearest neighbor count the number of data point in each category or class. So you have taken the 3. Now you have to see the 3 nearest neighbor according to the new data points. What is now the these data points? So suppose you have S, one has no. In that case, you can say that the two data out of 3, 2 data points have the class label S, and one has class label no. Then in step 5, assign the new data point to the category for which the number of neighbors maximum. So we have taken, suppose we have taken 3 data set. In that case, two data points says it should go to the S class, means, and one is saying that it should go into the no class. So based on the majority voting, we will choose the class level for new data point. So now let us discuss with the example. So suppose you have the factory in which you are producing the tissue paper. So we have 4 data points according to the history. So here the tissue paper has 2 features. First one, X1 is the seed durability, which is mentioned in the second. Then second one is the X2, which is the strength, which is measured kilo per square meter. Then class level Y is given. So for the first data point, you can say this data training data point. So this first data point is saying is bad. Then X1 equal to 7. X1 is equal to 7. So this and X2 equal to 4. In that case, you can say this is the bad. Is now similarly for the other data point. X1 is 7. Equal to 4. This is the bad. Now similarly other data point. Okay, so for now the problem is that you have to classify the tissue paper which is built in that laboratory. So the new data point value is X1 equal to 3 and laboratory next features is equal to 7. So accordingly, based on this training data set, you have to classify this new data points. So let's discuss. So the first point you have to decide for in the first step, you have to decide number of k. So here I am assuming k equal to 3. Anyway, based on the problem and or through the hit and trial methods only, you can get the means optimal value for k. So here the k equal to 3 I am assuming. Then based on the equilibrium distance, I try to calculate the distance the new data point, which is 7, with respect to all the instances available in the data set. So here 3 and 7. So here you can see the 7 minus 3, this x1, and then minus 7 square. So it is 16. I have not taken the square root, but you just see the distance. In the Euclidean distance, you have to take the square root, but I have not taken here. So here again for the second data point, it is 3 minus 7 and 7 minus 4. So it is showing the 25. Similarly, you can calculate for these data points. So now in the second step, you have calculated the distance, Euclidean distance between the new data points with respect to the all the data points in the data set. Now in the third point, to rank based on the minimum distance. So you can see from here that Euclidean distance value, the third point has the lowest Euclidean distance, more closer to the new data points. So here the rank for this one is 1. Now for the second lowest Euclidean distance is 30, means the this last data point is nearer, so it is given the second rank. Similarly for the second, for the third rank, and this is the fourth. Now you can see here that now based on this ranking, you have given the rank 2, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now assign the nearest neighbor, which is the S, and S. So here the category for this one, is the bad for the first one, and second one will not consider because taking k equal to 3. So fourth, 3 onward, uh, we will include 3, but 4 and 4 onward we will discard the data points. So here the data point for this first one is the good, then data point for this ranker is the good, and the third ranker have the category bad. Means the 3 nearest neighbor, in which 2 are showing the good and 1 is showing bad. So based on the majority voting, we will consider that the new data point which you have taken 3 and 7 should categorize as good. So it's in the very simple way this k-nearest neighbor algorithm works. So in another example, you just see, this is the, you decide to purchase a personal computer C online from the Flipkart. Then you take the decision based on k nearest classifier. The training data set is available in the following table. In each data point, each computer has 2 features. First, grade of the computer based on the user review, which is mentioned as the P1. Then in the second, price of the computer, which is mentioned at the P2. Then what will be the decision if one computer has P1 value equal to 5 and P2 value equal to 2. So so again you have to follow the step-by-step procedure to find, okay, what is the decision for this particular computer, whether you want to going to purchase or not. Means where P1 equal to 5 and P2 equal to 2. So you have to decide based on the k nearest neighbor. So this is the one of the real life example where you can apply the k nearest neighbor algorithm. So this is very simple way you and you can get easily as per the previous example. Now let what is advantages of this k nearest neighbor. So first advantage is, as you observed, that no training period is required. So no training period means k nearest neighbor is a very lazy learner, because it every time you need to train based on, you have to find the Euclidean distance for the with respect to each every data point. Then based on that you have to decide based on the majority voting. So there is no training required. So at means at the single time in the other model, what basically happen, a single train the model, and whenever the new data will, it will recognize as the whether it will go to this category or that category. But here every time you are calculating the distance new data points, and based on that you decide whether this data point will go to that class or that class. Okay, so now second one is the new data can be added seamlessly, which will not impact the accuracy of the algorithm. Whenever you add the new data point, so it will not impact overall model. Okay, because uh, you are calculating the distance, and if new data point will added, so it will not impact the accuracy of the algorithm. Again you have to follow the same procedure with respect to the new data points. You have to calculate the thing, and then you have to do the majority voting. Now KNN is very easy to implement for the multi-class problem. So you see, it is very easy to implement, and only 2 parameters we require to. First one, is the value of k, means number of nearest neighbor, and in the second the distance function. So distance function I have taken here the Euclidean distance. You can also take the other distance measure like the method. Now what is the disadvantages of this algorithm? So as you observe that k nearest neighbor is very slow algorithm, and because every time you are repeating the procedure. Now in the second point, optimal numbers of neighbors. So deciding the number of k in the nearest neighbor is a challenging task. So uh, so that is the one of the problem. Then so it third point is that doesn't work well with the large set. So definitely if number of data points will be very large, in that case calculating distance with the new data point to each data point in the training data set is really a very time consuming complex process. And as well as if your dimensions in the data set is very high, so again the finding the Euclidean distance will be the very complex, very time consuming process. So that's why it not work well with the as well as the high data, a large data set where the number of instances will be more. So so it also scaling of the scaling means you have to bring your features range into the same range. Suppose one feature is from 0 to 1, another from 0 to 1000, so you have to bring the features in the same scale. For example, 0 to 1. Now, so this is about the k nearest neighbor classifier, which is very simple. Now let us discuss the second classifier, naive-Bayes classifier. So in the naive-Bayes classifier, again this is the supervised machine learning algorithm that uses the Bayes theorem. I think you are aware about this Bayes theorem. So which assume that the features are statistically independent, and the theorem relies on the naive assumption that input variables are independent of each other. So now what Bayes theorem? So Bayes theorem classifier rely on the Bayes theorem, which is based on conditional probability, or in the simple term, the likelihood that an event A will happen given that another event B has already happened. So this is the naive-Bayes theorem. You can say here P, the this is the formula. So A and B are the two events here. So you can define all these things here. So here in the formula you can say that the so find the probability of the event A occurring given that the another event B has already occurred. So what the probability of A indicating prior probability means probability of the event A before the instance is seen. Now probability of A and B. So probability of the event A given that event B is true, and this P A at the given B also solve the posteriori probability, that is the probability of event after evidence is seen. Then P probability B at given A, which is the likelihood. Now what is the problem statement? So problem statement is that you have to give the set of features, then based on that this will predict for the new data point whether it will go to the which class, means value of y. You have to predict the class level for a new data point. So here, so you have to give the features for the new data point. Feature this x1, x2, xn are the features for the new data points. Then this is the class level in the training data set. So according to based these features for the new data points, you have to whether in which class this will belong. So here for the new data point x, where x is indicating the x1, x2, x3, and the class label y, again the probability of the event y occurring given that another event x, this another event x has already occurred. So in this way we will go. So see a simple example here. So here it is written 5. So here uh, we have two classes, 5 or 6. So whether it will predict 5 or 6. So here, so based on the pixel, it will decide whether it is written 5 or 6. So here let us discuss with the example. So here once again, computing y class label, then x is the new data point. We can apply Bayes theorem here for the calculating, where where px at the given y, p probability y, and px were given or compute from the training data set. So from the training data set, you have to calculate all these three. Okay, so based on the new data point. So later it will be clarified the example. So if you have multiple value, for example, here the class is 5 and 6, and data point is the data point features are x1 to x2. So you have to apply in this way. So let us discuss through the example. So this is the example where we have to identify that a particular car is stolen or not. So you have the training data set. We have here the 5 instances. So in which we have the 3 features, in which first feature is the color, another is the type, and third feature is origin. So this is the information about the cars. So in the and this is the class level, whether it will be stolen or not. So here the class level indicating that the first car which color is red and the type is sports and origin is domestic, so this is stolen. Now in the second data points, this is the training data set, so in which we have 5 data points. So second data points, it is saying that the color is red, type is sports, and origin is domestic, so it is not stolen. So in this way you can say that the yellow XUV imported, that is stolen. So 5 data points are there. So based on that, now I try to predict that through this base class x1 is the yellow, means color is yellow. Then second feature x2 is sports, and third feature is domestic. So whether you have to decide this new data point will be stolen or not. So you just apply the Bayes theorem. So here we have the 2 class labels. So we need to compute P where y equal to s at the given x. So again you have to find the probability for the class y, where the y equal to no means class will be no at the given x. So in this way, if you find the probability of these two and whichever will be maximum, you can say that this new data point x will categorize into that, classify into that. So let us calculate this thing. So now here the formula you just apply here. So here the p y x, so you can write in this way. Now let us calculate. So finally for this one you have to y equal to s, x equal to at the given x. So here the y s means Means you can formulate in this way: probability of yellow means that color when class label is S. Okay, similarly for x2 features, probability of x2 equal to sports at the given class y S. Similarly for this one, then here the class label is S, so you have to multiply by this one. So in this way, in the similar way, you have to see this one. For the class label no, you have to multiply here. At the class label no, you have to find the probability for this one. All these three features: yellow, sports, and domestic. So let us so yellow, sports, and domestic, as you know, this is the features for this particular new data points. So this is the given training data set. So based on that, let us start the calculation. So here you can say that how you will calculate the probability. So probability for S, you see the data points, the class label in the data points. So we have the 5 data points in which we have the how many S? 3 S is there. 3 class label is S. So S, it means 3. So probability of S in that class label is 3 by 5. Total is the 5. Similarly for the no, it is 2. So 2
So 2
divided by
divided by
5.
5.
Now
Now
see
see
probability of
probability of
red.
red.
Red means
Red means
the
the
uh, the color.
the color.
See
See
here
here
the features
the features
x1 feature
x1
is
feature
red.
is red.
So
So
x1 is feature
x1
is red
feature is
at the
red
class
at the
level
class
given
level.
in, in so in that
So
case
in
you just
that
see
case, you just
how
see
many s
how
are
many
there.
S are
So
there. So
first, second,
first,
and third,
second, and third.
3 s are
3 S are
corresponding to
corresponding to
s are there, only one s
there.
are
Only
there.
one S are there.
So in that case,
So
the
in that
probability for red
case,
at the
the
given S
probability
means
for
class
red
level
at
S
the given
is
S means
here
class
1
level
by.
S.
So similarly, S yellow will here the yellow and yellow. So in two cases, yellow will is S, mapping the S. So this is 2 divided by 3. Similarly for sports, it is you sports is and there is another sports. So S is means 2 times sports is there S. So 2 divided by 3. So similarly for here in the no class no. So every time you are dividing by 2, and here you have to say see that corresponding to the rate features how many are no. So red features 1 is no, only 1 is row no out of 2. So here the 1 divided by 2. Yellow similar so 1 divided by 2. So similarly you can calculate the probability for these values. Now in the similar way you have to calculate for now you can apply that formula you have seen in that uh, here you can for y instances x. So this is the formula where we will put the value and you will get the final value. So you put into that, then you will get the class label for the new data point will be no, because the probability in the second case is greater than the first case. So in this way, this base classifier works and every features are independent to each other. You can algorithm, you can apply the naive based algorithm, you can test. Okay, basic book you can follow, and now and these are very simple and effective algorithm, and you can easily apply into the new domain. You can even modify as per your requirement. You can improve these algorithm uh, as per your problem, and it is very simple parameters because we have very less number of the sensitive parameters. So that is the conclusion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
It's
Thank
a
you
nice
so much.
session.
Thank you so much.
Participants, kindly come on the next session at 10:30 by Dr. Himanshu Mittal. So please be on time. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.